This week, Parashat Go, we are finishing 10 plagues, 7 last week, Parashat, 3 this week, Parashat, 10 plagues, Salam Mahmud al-Rashwar, who brought to Paro. And to show the greatness and majesty of Baruch and to be a good lesson for the Hal Israel. It's very interesting that in the beginning, Baruch told Moshe and Aaron that if Paro asks you a wonder, then Moshe, you tell Aaron, take your staff and throw it in front of Aaron, heal it, and it's going to be serpent. Very interesting. In other words, if Hashem would not have told us that, and Paro would ask Moshe, show me a wonder, do something from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. No, Moshe has such a crucial job. He has to represent Hashem. Now, how do you represent HaKadosh Baruch Hu? No matter what you do, you sow the chip, because Hashem is much greater. Imagine there is a place that every country comes and represents the best technology, the best thing that they have, the best invention that they have. And imagine a country is working on atomic bomb. And the representative comes and talks about very plain weapon. It's lowering down the company. It's lowering out the country. It's saying that it is not representing properly. Now, how do you represent HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Hashem could kill you, could destroy you in a minute, in a second, could destroy all of your palace and empire. How do you? Hashem is created the world. Everything belongs to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. All of the galaxy, every stars, sun, moon, jungle, ocean, everything belongs to Hashem. How do we represent HaKadosh Baruch Hu in front of Paro? Now, Baruch Hashem, HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself said what to do. Interesting. Otherwise, the mind of people would not be capable to comprehend what's the right way of presenting HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now, what does Hashem say? Hashem said, tell Aaron to throw the staff and becomes Tanin, becomes serpent. Not Nachash, Tanin. It's very interesting. Last week, Parashat, that Nachash. Now it is Tanin. Moshe and Aaron, and they did it in front of Paro. And Paro also called Chacham, but also he called even his wife, even the children, they did it. They did with their magics, they did it. And everybody did that and becomes a pile of tannin, serpents. And the serpent of the staff of Aaron turned back to staff, wood, and that wood swallowed the other wood, and that was greatness. Now the question is that why is it the best performance of presence of Hashem? Why is it? Why this is the best one? No, Navi says that we had it in Asura. Navi says to Yechazkel, go and tell Paro. We didn't finish with Paro. Even Navi Yechazkel goes to Paro and brings a prophecy to him. Where go and tell Paro. Hashem says to Yechazkel, go and tell Paro, Hashem, indeed, I'm against you, Paro, Melech Mitzrayim, the king of Mitzrayim. Hatanim Agadol, you are a sea monster. That's great. Harobes betoch yara, that crouches within its rivers. Asher Omar Li Yori, that has said, Li, mine is my river. Li Yori, the Yor, the Nilos river called Yor, is mine. Va'ani asetini, and I asetini, I have made myself. What do I make myself? I have made myself powerful through you. I have made myself. Therefore, Tanin refers to power. Now, why power is called Tanin? Tanin is the sea monster because Mitzrayim didn't have rain. Now, there is no rain. You daven, you pray to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you connect to Hashem to have rain. But Paro was a very smart. He used his intellect and he came out with a beautiful, unbelievable idea. They had the Nilos. He made branches out of Nilos, all of the branches, rivers, small rivers, and he irrigated all of the country of Israel. And the water was there. As if to say, Hashem, we don't need you. We have our own rain. We don't need you. We have rain. And through that, he gave food and sustenance to all of the Egyptians. That's why Egyptians felt that is a God, because the God gives life. Without power, without his intellect, we wouldn't have food to eat. No, because of him we have whatever that we have. Therefore, they felt he is very powerful. Therefore, orally I have made, as a teen, I have made myself powerful. Therefore, Pharaoh attributed all of these blessings to himself, and he made himself God. Now, HaKadosh Baruch Hu says to Moshe Rabbeinu, go in front of Pharaoh and through a staff comes Tanin. Tanin refers to Pharaoh, all of the power. And then what happens? Look at Baraturim. Baraturim says, then says to him that turn the Tanin to the wood, becomes dry wood. Pharaoh, at the end of life, you're gonna become dry wood, become Tolat Rima. In other words, the grave, you're gonna lose everything. What? You feel all of the power stays with you. Somebody gave you this power. The idea that made Pharaoh the idol was entitlement. Pharaoh felt, since I'm such a smart fellow, I did li yeori v'ani asetini. It's mine, and I have made it. That entitlement is an idol. Nowadays, in our generation, the idol, the Avodah Zarah, is entitlement. When people do something and they feel they are entitled. The Zohar HaKadosh says, if HaKadosh Baruch Hu is giving some money to a person, he could give him on his lap and he would have it. Say, thank you, Hashem. Or he makes it in a way that he has to work really hard for it. And sometimes the money is pitfall. Mamash is falling down. It's destroying, but he uses his chokhmah and wisdom, he revives it. Uses his chokhmah and wisdom, revives it. Up, down, finally makes it. No, the question is, if Hashem wants to give it to him, why does Hashem make it like that, up and down? And one must be destroyed. Do you know why? Because everything in life is a test. Hashem wants to see how does he feel. He attributes that blessing to himself or to HaKadosh Baruch. That's the great. The Midrash says that David HaMelech went to war and did everything, and after that finished everything, he came and he said, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you did it. Second king says, Hashem, if we go to war and we do everything ourselves, we believe in ourselves. We cannot do that. We go there and you show your hand. Third thing says that we can't even go. Chizkiyahu HaMelech finally says to Hashem, if we go to war, people think that they did it. We sleep in our bed and you destroy our enemy. And Hashem did it. Now we have Chizkiyahu HaMelech and David HaMelech. Who was greater? Chizkiyahu that was in bed and Hashem destroyed, or David that he went and fought and he got succeeded. And he came and said, Hashem, one would think Chizkiyahu is greater because he didn't have to do anything. But Chazal tell us David was greater. When you do everything and you have to work hard and you come up and you say, Hashem, it was from you, that's the greatest mark of human beings. That you do it and you attribute it to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now here, Pharaoh, what made Pharaoh to deny and negate HaKadosh Baruch Hu through all of his makot is entitlement. That is what it is. Made the person far away. I tell you stories of entitlement to see how does this idol destroys people, destroys family. One mother raised up 7 children. Now she lives in misery. Why? Because single-handed, without my husband, I raised up all of the 7 children. And he says, my children, I worked so hard. I didn't have time for me. Shabbatim, I'm just by myself. I tell this lady, enjoy yourself, have a good time. No, these children, I raise them up and they don't pay attention. Because the society is different, they can. But this lady thinks entitlement. She doesn't realize the Mishnah in Avot says that the person is a tipas terucha, is a spoiled drop. If HaKadosh Baruch Hu would have frozen that spoiled drop, he wouldn't be here. He wouldn't have the mansion, he wouldn't have anything. You have to understand that what you did in your life was a privilege, blessing from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You didn't do it. Once there is an entitlement, I did it, there is a high expectation. And nobody is able to do that expectation for the person. And that is the pitfall. Imagine somebody got married to a girl, was a bachelor, and he becomes surgeon, becomes very firm surgeon. Now he has 2 children, everything. Now he says, I'm not happy with my wife. Why? Because I deserve more. I'm a surgeon, marries a surgeon. Surgeon marries somebody is college, not somebody say, you have Eshet Chayil, she works so hard, you have children, what's wrong with you? Imagine 3 partners that they are partners in business for 30, 40 years, and one of them does a job in business, and the other one says that don't do it, but he went after it and he did it. And it was very crucial moments that he passed on and he did it. Well, finally, it was done. And then they say, okay, since you work so hard, you get a bigger portion. I said, no, I want much more than that. Entitlement destroyed the friendship and partnership of 30 years. This is what happens with entitlement. The ideal nowadays is entitlement. Once we feel everything from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, once we have everything that we have is a blessing of Hashem, we don't deserve anything, then we have a much better relationship with our wives, with our children, and we're going to be a very good member of the community and society that people would get benefit from us.